Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be taking very important topic, how you can create users in Salesforce org and how you can deactivate users. So let's go and get started. So in order to create user in Salesforce org, you need to go into setup. So I'm in the practice org right now, and in order to go to setup, you need to click on the setup gear icon and click setup. So that will open the uh, tab in the new tab. So basically new tab will be open and you will land up onto the home page of setup. So either you can directly go into the administration and go into the user section and select users. And also the easiest way, you can always look for users in the quick find and go to the users page directly from here. So from users page, you can basically create new users or add multiple users here and reset password as well. So in order to reset password, you need to click this and you can reset the password, and you can basically reset the password for multiple users at a time as well. And so with the new user button, you'll be create the single record at a time, but you can also add multiple users at one go. But since we are in the practice or we don't have that much license, so I cannot show you multiple users option here. But in the production or you can basically add multiple users. So if you want to automate the user creation process, you can also use data loader, from where you can create multiple users through data loader. Correct. So let's go and click new user button. So this will open up the new user form, and so what information you need to enter here: first name, uh, so I'm just entering test3, last name as test3 again, alias, email. So email should be is the one which is activated, and you should be able to access your email account, because the login credential link will be sent over to this email. Okay. And suppose if you are creating a user record in the lower environment like dev, QA, and UAT, so normally you use the naming convention and you suffix the username by UAT or QA or dev, like that. So in our case, I'm just since it has to be unique, I'm giving test3 right now. And role is not mandatory, but normally when you get the onboarding details for user, you'll be getting all this detail, like what role and what profile should be assigned to that user. So based on that information, you take the action. And user license is basically these are the user license which are available for our use, but depending on your situation, you'll be selecting license. So right now I'm selecting Salesforce, and depending on the user license, the profile will be uh, available here. So just make sure. And if it is a marketing user, knowledge users, flow user, service cloud user, you will be selecting this checkbox while creating the user. And other important details I would like to highlight: Federation ID. If you have enabled single sign-on for your org, so you'll be providing Federation ID. The Federation ID normally is the unique number, or in most of the situation, employee ID is used for Federation ID. And here in the approver settings, you can see delegated approver and manager. So so if if that user is reporting to some manager or in particular team, so you'll be assigning the manager is a lookup field. So you basically so you will be assigning the appropriate manager over here. And similarly, delegated approver. So delegated approver is basically useful when user is going away for leave or vacation. So there should be some delegated approver, so who can approve the items in the Salesforce or in that in the absence of the user. So that is the use of it. And here is the checkbox. So basically, um, this will basically generate a new password and notify user immediately on this email on the provided email ID. Okay. So let's save the user record. So the user record has been created. So we have given standard user profile and the Salesforce license, and it is active. And we should be able to receive email now. So since we selected this username jkurls and ended by dot test3, and here is the link. With the help of this link, you should be able to log in, and Salesforce will ask you to enter your new password. The password should be 8 characters long and should include one letter and one number. So based on your choice, you can select your password, and that should qualify these requirements. And it will ask you to confirm the new password, and it should basically match. And you will be selecting the security question. So uh, based on your choice, you can select the security question. So and you click on change password. So basically that will basically change your password, and that will take you to the uh, home page of your Salesforce org. Okay, so that's how you create users in Salesforce org. Let's close this tab and close this tab as well. Close this one as well. I'll be relaunching my dev practice org again. And okay, so I'll go in the setup and look for users. So in order to deactivate user, again you need to come into the users uh, section, and we have created this user test3. So click on that one. So there is no button to deactivate the user. So you can basically uncheck the active checkbox here. So this is basically, it will ask you deactivating user removes them from all delegated groups and sharing privileges. The following page prompts you to remove this user from any teams. You can still transfer the record to an active user view. So if the user have some records under his name, so you need to uh, 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 transfer the records to active user and view usernames under manage users, like that. So in some situation you won't be able to deactivate user immediately. So there is in order to block the user access in Salesforce, we have other option also. I'll show you. So uncheck that checkbox and save it. So in order to block the user access immediately, you can freeze the user record. So this will basically block the user access in Salesforce, and user will not be able to log into Salesforce if the user record is freezed. And so later on you can come and deactivate the user if if we need to transfer the user records, and if user is is available in sun queue, you need to remove the user from there, then only you will be able to deactivate the users. So on the user record, once user record is created, we have option to assign permission set, and we can assign permission set, group assignment, and license assignments. So all other things you can do after user record creation is done, and so it will show you all connected apps, third-party account links, installed mobile apps, all this. And also you can see the login history. If some user has reported any, any issue with the login, so basically you come here and check the login history and what is the status and what login URL has been used for that access. So in order to troubleshoot the issue. So I hope you like the content, and if you have any question or any concern, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer your question, and I'll catch you up in another video. Thank you for connecting with me.